So we can still ask you what you want to be, but it's not in the song, okay? So what do you think you want to be? A farmer? Okay. Missionary, missionary, go your way. Missionary, missionary, go your way. Helping little children who are far away. Missionary, go your way. Yay! That was good. What do you think? What should we make up? We should make up something. Let's be a doctor?
Be a judge.
Be a judge. Missionary, go your way. Missionary, missionary, go your way. Help the little children who are far away. Missionary, go your way. Yay! Good job. Let's go. Woohoo! You can come put your offering in this basket.
I have some more right here.
Here's my money for Jesus, for Jesus, for Jesus. Here's my money for Jesus. I give my money to Him. Here's my money for Jesus, for Jesus, for Jesus. Here's my money for Jesus. I give my money to Him.
I put it in a basket.
Yeah.
you, Jesus.
Thank you for this Sabbath day.
Thank you for this Sabbath day.
Help the sun to come out.
Help the sun to come out.
Thank you for everything you've given us.
Thank you for everything you've given us.
We love you.
We love you.
Amen.
Amen. Jesus loves everyone.
We're gonna open our Bibles and read what's inside, okay? Look at it. Go to the first page. Go to the first page. What do you see? What do you see? That's not my first page. That is an angel. What's first page? What's there? Who is that? Jesus. He's with the little kids. Kind of like you. Yeah, because he loves all the little kids. He loves you and all the little kids. Just everybody. What's on the second page? What do you see? A little boy? Maybe I'm a little girl. What are they doing? Praying? Yeah. They're praying. Maybe they're praying because they need help. And when you pray to Jesus for help, he always helps you. What's on the last page? What do you see there? Rainbow, yeah. What kind of colors? There's red and orange, and green and purple. That's what Jesus promised to us, and he always keeps his promises. We're gonna go to the story corner.
What's that? Is that a little boy? What's he holding? What's the little boy holding, Hattie? Do you know what that is? That's called a broom. Do you help mommy sweep up with the broom at home? Did it come off? Well, thankfully we can put felts right back on real easy. We talked about a little boy. Can you sit down so that we can see the story? There you go. Okay, well maybe stand over here so that we can, so there we go, sit maybe next to Brenna. Our story is about a little boy named Samuel, and here's Samuel. And we read about him last week, and what happened to him last week is his mommy didn't have a little baby like your brother. And she was so sad. Hannah was so sad. She didn't have a baby, but she prayed to Jesus and prayed. She prayed, Jesus, if you send, actually she said, God, if you send me a baby, I will let him work for you. And that's what he did. God sent Hannah a baby, and she named him Samuel. And when he was old enough, she sent him to work at the temple. Can you imagine? Your mommy had sent you away to work in a temple, but you know what? She was so grateful to God that she wanted God to be able to help out. Here, I'll let you hold. You want to hold a bed? You guys can hold the beds right now. And so Eli, who's the high priest, would teach Samuel all the things he needed to know. And Samuel, even though he was a little boy, would help out. He would help out in the temple. And so here's little Samuel, and here's priest Eli. And little Samuel is God's helper, and priest Eli is God's helper. And priest Eli had different duties than little Samuel because he was only a little boy. And so he might have little jobs like sweeping, or he might put stuff on a table, or he might help with the candlesticks to keep them burning. And but at night he would go to sleep. So can we put our beds up? Let's put our beds up. So at night they would go to sleep. Can you put the bed up? Can you put our bed up? You can bring it all the way up here, Ari. No.
Let's go put it
So
up.
you want to put it up there, Hattie? Can you set it up there? You want me to put it up for you? Okay. So there were 2 beds. Okay, I know it's kind of crowded in this room. And can we put priest Eli laying on this one? And then we have, on this one, we need to have Samuel. And can you put him laying down?
Put his head on the pillow.
There you go. And one night, Samuel snuggled all down into bed. Do you like getting into bed? Hi, Lou. It feels so comfy. And as he got down into bed, he wasn't asleep yet. He was kind of looking around, and he heard a voice that said, Samuel, Samuel. Well, Samuel was a good boy, and so when somebody called him, he would get up and listen. So he went over to priest Eli, and he said, here I am, here I am. And priest Eli said, oh, I know. He goes right there. He's going to go back again because priest Eli said, oh, I didn't call you. You can go back to bed. And then again, Samuel, Samuel. So he goes, oh, I heard it that time. I know he called me that time. So he got back up again and went over to priest Eli and said, I heard you this time. I heard you this time. And so he went, and priest Eli said, no, that wasn't me. Go back to bed. And so again, the 3rd time, Samuel, Samuel. So Samuel's thinking, what is going on? And so he came back up and said, I am here. Here I am. You called me. No, little Samuel, I didn't call you. So priest Eli was beginning to realize what had happened. He said, go back to bed. Next time you hear the voice, tell him, Lord, I hear you calling. Speak. You may speak to me. I am listening. So he sent little Samuel back to bed. And then we hear, and a little while later, Samuel heard the voice again. And the voice said, Samuel, Samuel. So this time Samuel didn't run in to see the priest Eli. He sat up in bed and he said, speak, your helper is listening. And he listened to what God told him to. Because God talks to us. Sometimes he doesn't talk to us in his voice. Sometimes he talks to us through his Bible. So when you read your Bible at home, and maybe your Bible looks like this, that's God speaking to you. Then he gives us stories that we can listen to. And God spoke to Samuel that way. And Samuel was always God's helper. So let's do our memory verse, and then it'll be time to go to the farm. Little Samuel was helping the Lord. Can we say that? Little Samuel was helping the Lord. And we find that in the Bible in 1 Samuel 3:1. Oh, it's okay, Mike. We're going to go to the farm. You want to go play on the farm or pretend farm? Okay, here we go. So Brenna's dressed up for the farm today.
Do you guys know? I'm a cowgirl because we're going to the farm. Okay? So,
Would you like to go on?
you want the special cowboy hat? No. No? Cowboy? You don't wear the farmer hat? Ready? To the farm, where the cows go. I like to go to the again. Cock-a-doodle-doo, the rooster says to you. Cock-a-doodle-doo on this fine day. Cock-a-doodle-doo, the rooster says to you. Cock-a-doodle-doo this happy day. Yeah! Can you sound like a rooster? Can you make us sound like a rooster? Well, cock-a-doodle-doo. No. Farms. We're gonna take some more flowers. We're gonna put them up here like that. Okay? I'm sure you want to stand with me. Just put it right there. No one but God is true. Okay, think of flower. I'm sure I can you. Oh, who can make a flower? No one but God is true. You want another one? You have to sit down. Okay, you can put that one right there. There's another thing though. He also made the puppies. So we're gonna put puppies up there too. He's a puppy, I'm sure I can get you. Oh, who can make a puppy? No one but God is true. Would you want to put like this puppy up there? Puppy? Think of puppy, I'm sure I can get you. No one but God is true. Yay!
Come here, Ryan.
Can you go back to your seat? Look at the rubber ducky. Do you guys have one? I used to have one. So we're gonna put the duckies in the pond because duckies like to swim in the water. Okay? Little duck says quack, quack, quack. The happy little duck says quack, quack, quack. But Jesus made the ducks for us to see. Quack, quack, quack. The happy little duck says quack, quack, quack. The happy little duck says quack, quack, quack. So Jesus made the ducks for us to see. Quack, quack, quack. These are our carrots. We're gonna feed the horsies because they're hungry, and then we're gonna get to ride them after they're all full. So we get to feed them carrots instead of carrots. Go feed the horse. Go feed the horsey. Let's feed your horse, whichever one you want. Jesus made the horse for us to horse. Let's feed the horse. Let's feed the horse. Jesus made the horse for us to horse. Let's feed the hungry horse. Okay, kiss your kids. Pick out a horsey. Thank you. Yeah. Ride the horsey around. You ride the horsey? Come on, let's ride it around. Go ride your horsey. Come on, ride the horsey. The horse is for us to ride. Let's ride the horse. Let's ride the horse. Jesus made the horse for us to ride. Let's ride the happy horse. Ride the horse. Jesus made the horse for us to ride. Let's ride the horse. Let's ride the horse. Jesus made the horse for us to ride. Let's ride the happy horse. it says cluck cluck, the chickies go running to it. Says cluck cluck, who comes running? Who comes running? My mother says cluck cluck, all the little chicks go running. Mother says cluck cluck, who comes running? Who comes running? My mother says cluck cluck, all the little chicks go So let's go pick the apples. It's okay, we don't have to pick them all. We'll leave some on the tree.
Alright, come stand.
This is where we're gonna plant our seeds. And when you plant seeds, you have to put one of these there so you know what you planted. So we're gonna have lots of these.
You go plant your cucumber?
Spanish.
It's okay if they fall down. There. We know that's me. Yeah, good job.
Talk about what they need to grow.
You know what plants need to grow? You know what they need to grow? They need sunshine, and they need water, and they need good soil. So we got the soil, and we got them all planted. And there's rain. Come on.
You put the
Make
sun
the sun shine on them.
Put the sun over the plants.
I'm gonna make the sun shine on them. It's raining. Wow. Yeah, strawberry. Look, there's more.
I'll touch stuff
Hey,
behind
come
you.
on. All right, pick up your hand.
It is lemon.
Get your hand.
It's squish.
Get some more, all right?
Squash.
That's an orange.
Orange.
Pick them up, all right?
Oh, you got the apple. Looks like you got it all. Yeah, it's an orange. It's really tiny. Look at all that fruit. There's so much. Did you see some
Alright.
like some
Alright.
potatoes and corn? Oh look, there's more.
Then are you going to be an animal? Are you going to be sunshine? Are you going to be rainbow? I'm going to be a raccoon. You can be a couple of
Be
things.
a cow.
You need to be a couple of things. Yeah.
Be a bunny?
Jesus made
A piggy?
everything at the farm.
And I'm gonna be a rainbow too.
Makes everything good.
Come on. Are you gonna be a piggy?
All right, come here.
Jesus makes the sun, Jesus makes the day, and fills it up with fun. Jesus makes the moon to shine side up, and Jesus makes the stars so bright. Jesus makes the kittens, Jesus makes the pups, Jesus makes the chicken and the mice. Jesus makes the moon, so does silk, and Jesus makes the cows want milk. Jesus makes the trees, Jesus makes the rain into a gentle breeze. Jesus makes the grass so fresh and green, and Jesus makes the air so clean. Let's do the first part again. Jesus makes the rainbow, Jesus makes the sun, Jesus makes the day and fills it up with fun. Jesus makes the moon to shine at night, and Jesus makes the stars so bright.
Go back. So happy. Is it the goodbye song? How do you do the goodbye song? You wave.
Bye goodbye to you and you and you. Goodbye, goodbye. God watches over you. Goodbye, goodbye to you and you. Goodbye, goodbye. May God watch over you. Yay! Good job.
We're gonna go get a sticker and then we're gonna go to the next.
What's your snack?
Pink one. Funky one. What is it?
Yeah, there's some bumpy ones.
Yeah.
There's some pretty bumpy
You can
ones.
put it on this.
So Brittany might have to help her get some more. Oh, those come off.
Good job.